Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so glad that you decided to join me here today. It's great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. As I said, we're trying all different times. And now we are here on Saturday, June 15, 2024. Whether you're with me at 2:40 p.m. in the afternoon, 2:40 a.m., 12 noon, 12 a.m., 6 p.m., 6 a.m. It doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate you very much from the bottom of my heart. So let's get on with the show. We have a brand new master topic, everyone. First of all, do catch my QR code there. Do be sort of scan or just go to believemeachieve.com. More of my amazing, inspiring creations, everyone, okay? So the master topic, does everybody know what the master topic is for the week? The master topic for the week is something I think you guys are really going to like. This is one that I think a lot of people don't realize, and it's something that I think will give you an eye-opening. All right, it'll definitely give you an eye-opening to a very, very important topic. Is everybody ready for the important topic? Here it is. So the topic for the week, I should say, the topic for the week is this, and that is, did you catch them in a lie today? Did you catch them in a lie today? And the granular for today, the one that's knowing with today's show, which is Series 3, Show 25, Episode number 1. Wow. We're a quarter of the way done the year, everyone. That's pretty amazing, all right? So the granular is an introduction to lying. That's an interesting thing. So, I picked these topics because a lot of people, they stumble into them, right? And so I like to give you knowledge and insights that's going to arm your life so you can be prepared for things, right? So here it is. What is a lie, everyone? I'm sure you guys know, but what is a lie? So lie has a couple different words, right? Lie as a noun is the position or situation in which something lies, the haunt of an animal, an act, an instance of lying or resting, right? So lie, let's look at what lying means, because that's really the most important thing. So it's an adjective marked by or containing an untrue statements that are false. So let's dive into what I mean today by lying, all right? So there are two types of lies in this world, ladies and gentlemen. There is a good lie and there is a bad lie. All right. There is a good lie and there's a bad lie. So let's talk about a good lie first. All right, a good lie are those that are not going to harm anyone in any real, let's say, way that'll hurt them either emotionally or physically. And that's what a good lie is. Okay. I'll give you some examples in a bit, but when people say to me, hey, John, what is a good lie? And I got news for you. It's not how the ball is lying in golf, because that's a good lie. Like you have a good lie on the golf course. Well, that's not what I mean. So it's also been termed as a lie that people would believe. That's another reason for a good lie. Like it's very believable. It sounds like something you might have done or might want to do. A lie that's too far-fetched will clearly sound fake. So that's one definition of lie, but I'm talking about is it okay to have a good lie? So these are like fibs. Again, they don't harm or hurt anyone. We'll talk about that in a minute. And now let's talk about a bad lie. All right. So what is a bad lie? What is a bad lie in lying? So a bad lie is a lie that is potentially going to harm or hurt someone, as well as possibly have consequences for the liar. So lying is something people get in a habit of over and over and over again. Okay. So what's an example, ladies and gentlemen, of a good lie? An example of a good lie. And I'm not talking about golf. I'm not talking about tennis. What am I talking about? What is an example of a good lie? Does everyone want to think about that? What is an example of a good lie? That's right. An example of a good lie. So, let's think about one. My favorite food is Chinese. It's not, but it didn't harm or hurt anyone. Another lie could be something like, I love pistachio ice cream. You really don't. I love to exercise. I do. But you're not harming anybody by saying that you love to exercise. Another one might be, I didn't get my license till I was 22. You might think, what's the big deal of that, right? So when do kids get their license? Let's talk about in New Jersey. So they get their license typically at 17. And New Jersey permit rules 16-year-olds to get a special learner's permit and driver under supervision of a licensed driver if they complete 6 hours of behind-the-wheel driver training. But otherwise, the state does not require practice hours for anyone else who wants to take the road test. What can you do with a permit at 16 now that we're opening this Pandora's box? Well, they're permitted to drive between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. only. The student must have a licensed New Jersey driver who is at least 21 years of age with 3 years of experience in the front seat of the car. A parent can be a passenger, but only one passenger is under 21. That's pretty interesting, right? Now, according to Mr. Phil Murphy, he made some changes this year, Governor Phil Murphy. The law requires learner's permit holders and student drivers under age 21 in the state to complete at least 50 hours of practice driving with a parent or adult with 10 hours of night driving. The parent or adult would fill out a log documenting the practice. So, again, this is part of the learner's practice. A lot of kids were getting trouble driving at night because they weren't familiar with it, right? So again, a 16-year-old can drive from cannot drive from 11:01 p.m. to 5 a.m. So they're allowed to drive to 11 p.m. 11:01, they need to be off the road. How long is the permit good for? Well, they're different permits, right? So it's going to depend on state, but typically they have that permit and then they go back. So you have a let's call it a learner's driver's permit for New Jersey. Basically, you get that for 1 year. And then you basically go to a probationary license and then you go to a basic license. Okay. So probationary license, and people always ask this, I know this is kind of getting off key, but we'll tell you what. So what is a probationary license in New Jersey? Okay, when you're issued a driver's license for the first time, you become a probationary driver. During the 2-year probation period, if you receive any moving violations, you could face mandatory driving programs, fines, or loss of license. So it's just a way of getting people, to take it seriously. So that's what that is about. So let's talk a little about why lying is wrong. So when you lie, you have a potential of hurting yourself or others. Okay? Why else is lying wrong? It corrupts people's relationships, morality, the ability to make free, rational decisions. So that's a pretty big reason. Lying also erodes the trust between two human beings. I said the relationship, right? Life would become very difficult if everyone was lying. Lying means that you're not telling the truth. So is it okay to lie? When and why? Well, we're going to talk about that in other episodes. I'm not going to get to that today. I wanted to just cast a very initial cursory introductory show today about lying. When was the first lie ever detected? Does anybody know when the first lie was ever detected? The first lie ever told is a philosophical and a theological question, and it's been pondered for centuries. Now, in the Judeo-Christian tradition, the first lie is often attributed to the serpent in the Garden of Eden in the book of Genesis in the Bible. And according to the story, the serpent deceived Eve into eating the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge and evil, but telling her that she would not die if she ate it, contradicting what God had told Adam. Now, the thing is this, while the story is a religious allegory term, when God was talking to Adam in the garden, he was hiding himself, and he's like, why are you hiding yourself? Oh, because I heard you, and I'm naked. He's like, well, then you must have eaten from the forbidden tree of fruit. So while the story is a religious part, as I said to you, it does really give us importance to why we shouldn't lie. It's important to note that the idea of a first lie is more of a symbolic concept rather than a specific event that can be pinpointed. So basically, we have to go to something called early human deception. Okay? Early human deception. That's what lying is. Okay? And so this was the oldest lie ever told in Genesis 3:1, 5. So I think that's a pretty interesting thing. Why do humans first start lying? Studies have shown that humans began lying at the mere age of 6 months through crying and laughing to gain attention. Scientific studies have shown differences in forms of lying across genders. So people ask, who lies? Lots of people lie. In fact, it's been known that teenagers lie more than any other age group, in part because their brains are still developing the capacity for emotional regulation and impulse control. So I hope this gave you a cursory example as to lying. So this whole week we're going to be talking about, did you catch them in a lie today? I don't know about you, but when someone lies, it just makes me get a bad taste in my mouth. Like, oh, why am I still around this person? Why did I trust them, right? So today we really don't build trust so easily. We take our time to build trust. I think that is probably the most important thing, is that we have to build trust slowly. And when we build trust slowly, we understand that it's about a certain thing, right? And trust, integrity, right? People don't lie because of certain reasons. And the reason they don't want to lie is because they know what it can do. And it can harm a lot of people. It can harm a lot of people. And by saying it can harm a lot of people is probably an understatement. It can actually make people lose confidence in themselves, lose confidence in a project, with a team, all because people are lying. And a lot of times people lie because they think lying is going to actually get them ahead. Now, it appears to get them ahead for the day or for the minute, the second, or the hour. But what winds up happening is the lie gets found out. Now, we're going to be talking a lot about lying this whole week. So we're going to talk about, like today was the introduction about lying, and an introduction to it is what we did. We talked about what a lie is. It's an untruth, regardless of whether it's a truth that harms someone, a truth that is believed to be true but isn't, or a truth that is wrong. So again, a lie is an untruth, but the truth can be lied about. Okay, that's what a lie is. If we perceive something and we are casting information because it's what's in our heart and it's wrong, does that mean it's a lie? No, we're wrong, but that doesn't mean it's a lie. So let's talk about something. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. We're going to talk about what is needed to make a lie. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I think that's really important. So white lies are not totally good either. The person lied is kept information that they might find useful, even if it's found unpleasant. I always say to people when I talk to them, you want to know the truth? No, lie to me. It'd be much better. And they're like, oh. and it's funny, but I think some people lie because they don't want to spend the time or because they don't give a jack about you. They just care about themselves. They are self-centered. I'm going to give you an example. I went to an event a few nights ago, and it was marketed as a networking event, but it really wasn't. It was just an event that was a moneymaker. People were walking around, but it really wasn't a networking event. It was just an event where they were serving food and stuff like that. That was all included with your ticket. But people there really didn't care about anybody else. So they were just there to stuff their faces with food. So, when you ask somebody, hey, do you want to do something? Or like I had somebody that got back to me and they said to me, hey, John, sorry I didn't have a chance to talk to you. I was so busy that night. So I posed a question back to him and said, okay, great. I understand. No problem. If you ever want to catch up and get a bite to eat or a slice of pizza or a drink or something, let me know. The person didn't respond. Why? Because they really didn't want to spend time with me. But they lied about it because it made them feel good. All right. We're going to talk about all the reasons people lie and many great things this week. And I won't promise you by the end of the week you're going to be an expert about knowing whether somebody's lying, but you'll have a pretty good understanding as to why somebody's saying something or why to maybe question something. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, a pleasure and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. Be sure to go to my QR code, believemeachieve.com, to catch all my great information. And my question to you is, did you catch them in a lie today? That's what we're talking about this week. And today we talked about an introduction to lying. And I hope this show will give you a greater appreciation to why you shouldn't lie and how you can use it to protect yourself so other people don't put you in a precarious situation. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, everyone? Be well.